have you been for days? Busy as always. Remember, I told you guys, idle mind is the devil's playground. And remember, I tell you guys, sitting here don't make my money, so I gotta run more time. But anyways, guys, remember I said I was gonna come back and talk about a content one or two. This is the content that we're speaking about today. Remember, I said to you guys, I'm coming to speak to you guys about a content. A lady in Florida that was sentenced to life in prison Monday after she was found guilty of second-degree murder of zipping her boyfriend in a suitcase. Remember I said so? Remember the suitcase right there? So let's talk about this content quick and fast, yes? So I'm going to read to the best of my ability. It's Saturday already. Oh my God. Remember I said to you guys a couple of days ago, wow, it's almost the end of the week. Wow, wow, wow. It's almost the end of the week. And here we are now, about to sit down and say happy Saturday, and it's early in the morning, so I had to drop that. Okay, guys, so let's get into the content. I am going to read from the best of my ability. A Florida woman sentenced to life in prison Monday after she was found guilty of second-degree murder for zipping her boyfriend in a suitcase, leaving him inside for hours until he died. Remember, guys, they say that they were drinking and all of that sort, because you're wondering what would make a man go lock up himself in a suitcase. What would make a man make a woman zip him in a suitcase? Let's get down into the nitty-gritty. Okay, Sarah Boone, 47, okay, and we're gonna put her face on the screen because we're talking about this case. Okay, Sarah Bonet, 47, was found guilty of second-degree murder in October. Prosecutors said she zipped her boyfriend, Georgie Torres Jr., into a suitcase, recording video of himself taunting him before leaving him stuck inside her overnight to suffocate and die. So not only that she left him in the suitcase, people, she left him overnight to die, okay? Remember, this case been going on for a while, and remember, she not too long got sentenced, okay? So remember the case happening in 2020, and she was sentenced recent. So this case been a long time going to case. So many different lawyers basically dropped her and all of that. We're going to get into it, okay? So let me continue. In February, the couple was drinking alcohol and playing a game of hide and seek. So the question becomes, out of outside, inside. 'Cause remember when it's hide and seek, basically there's no rules. You could be in the house looking for me and I'm in the backyard hiding. So remember, hide and seek, really, you don't have a rules of where you're hiding. You count, and by the time you look, the person go and hide, and then you go and look for them. And when you give up, you shout, I give up, and they will come on out. People, this man decided to go and hide in the suitcase. Then how can you be hiding in the suitcase when she found you and never let you out? So was that really hide and seek, or that was manslaughter? Or that was premeditated murder? Let's get into it some more. I never know in my life, if you're playing hide and seek, the only place you go and hide is in a suitcase. Oh no. Let's continue. They thought it would be funny to hop in a suitcase as part of the game, according to the arrest affidavit from the Orange County Sheriff Office. Bonet said Torres voluntarily climbed into the suitcase and she zipped it closed. The news release says she recorded herself taunting Torres as he asked to be let out and then went upstairs to sleep, according to the release. So wait a minute. You're playing hide and seek. You and your partner drunk as skunk, playing hide and seek. He curl up in the suitcase. You zip him up. I guess you didn't want to find him because obviously you found him already if you zipped him up in the suitcase. So therefore, people, this is propaganda. Therefore, people, this is some kind of tails on top of a tails. Therefore, people, they weren't playing any hide and seek. Because the last time I know about hide and seek, I hide, you come and find me. After you find me, I get out of my hide and seek and it's your turn to hide. While this man hid forever in the suitcase. She zipped it up, left him, went to bed and left him in the suitcase, and he suffocated in the suitcase. Oh no. Let's continue. Da dee da 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 da. Could you imagine? She thought because two of his fingers stuck out from the suitcase, he was able to open it according to the affidavit. When Boone woke up, she found Torres unresponsive in the suitcase and called 911 according to Bain. Video found on Boone's phone that including Torres frantically pleading to be released, while Boone laughed and rebuffed him several times, were presented at trial according to the news release from Bain's office. In the video, she recorded the victim could be her telling the defendant he could not breathe and asking to be let out of the suitcase. The release reads, Bono responded with, "That's what you get. That's what I feel like when you cheat on me," and other taunts. Could you imagine? "I can't effing breathe. Seriously," her boyfriend said in the phone video according to the release. So could you imagine that you zip up your boyfriend in the suitcase and you're telling him that's what happened when that's what he gets when you cheat on him, and you're taunting him in the suitcase, and both of you guys were drunk and you went upstairs and left him. So you did say it's accidentally. You didn't know he was in the suitcase. You're playing hide and seek and you didn't find him. Of course you found him because you zipped him up in the suitcase. And when he was telling you, let him out, you said, because you cheated on me. So you found this man. So basically, allegedly, this is basically premeditated murder on my hand, the way I see it. But nevertheless, let's continue. The video shows Torres pushing on the suitcase and trying to get out, the affidavit said. Bono testified in her own defense for around 5 hours, according to CNN. Affiliate with Welsh, she and her defense team argued that she suffered from battered spouse syndrome, and she was afraid of Torres, which reported. When asked by the prosecutor why didn't she unzip the suitcase, she said, "I wanted him to try to understand how I felt, so maybe he could progress and be a better person," according to Wish. Bono's attorney said the client was shocked and that her team was very disappointed after she was convicted. Reported Wish Torres' family declined to speak with the media. She filed a request for a new trial at the start of November, court documents showed. The request cites alleged misconduct and other complaints about the trial. Judge Michael Cranick denied the request before sentencing, citing the court review of records and the court participation in the trial and review of all the evidence and the court's prior findings and rulings at trial. Okay? So not only that, people, they claim that they were playing hide and seek. How do you play hide and seek in a zipped up suitcase, right? So we're going to get into some more stuff, okay, guys? And we want to get down deep into this case some more about the suitcase, all right? In the suitcase, guys, one second. In the suitcase, yes? She zipped him up in the suitcase, yes? And all of that, okay? So now we want to talk about the man who died in the suitcase. So let's get into it for a second, all right? I want you guys to hear this for you guys self, okay? So I'm going to show you the victim. Let's see if I have the victim on here. If I don't have him, then I'll show you guys on my iPad, so to speak, okay? I believe I kind of screenshot it, so maybe I don't have it. Hello, how are you? Okay, and stuff. So maybe I don't have it right now, but the victim, I am going to show you in a minute, okay? So let's get into it. Warning, okay? Content warning, graphic. That's him in the suitcase. 1 second. Listen, listen. He's trying to get out. Listen.
For everything you've done to me.
This is how he's begging. See?
You've done to me. You.
That's the man in the suitcase.
Sarah. Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it out.
He's in the suitcase, guys.
Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. Seriously. Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me. Sarah. Sarah.
Keep on watching. Keep on listening. Sorry. Keep on listening.
Sarah.
He's in the suitcase begging.
Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. That's on you.
Listen.
Sarah, I can't breathe. It's on you. Sarah. Real ransom. I want to get video for it extra. You're gonna get this. Sarah. Real ransom. Sarah.
That's the suitcase.
Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. Oh. That's what Sarah. I feel like when you ching on me. Sarah. Please, Sarah. Yeah. You should probably shut up. Shh.
You hear this? Remember, guys, he's locked up in the suitcase. That same blue suitcase that I'm showing you. This is the wife that locked him up in the suitcase. What was their issue on Ash? They were drunk playing hide and seek. I'm not even gonna laugh, people. Seriously, they were drinking, playing hide and seek. This is where they claim this man went to go hide. This is the man begging her to let him out of the suitcase, guys. Let's continue. And this is what I'm playing, okay? Continue. Listen.
Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. Seriously. Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me. Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
You hear this?
That's on you. Sarah, I can't breathe.
I know it's
on you. Sarah. Real ransom. I want to get video for it extra.
Could you imagine that you're in the suitcase, locked up right here in the suitcase?
Sarah.
Look.
Real ransom.
That's the suitcase. I'll show you guys in a second. Give me a second, okay? Imagine you're in the suitcase and you're begging her to let you out. That's the man in the suitcase. That's him talking in the suitcase, guys. Look.
Oh. That's
Look
what
it.
I feel like when you ching on me. Sarah. Please, Sarah.
You heard the man is playing for her to let him out the suitcase.
You should probably shut up. Shh.
Imagine that. Slow death. What a wicked act. And she's recording. Can you imagine? That's the culprit. Could you imagine? So should I drag this out anymore? So when I said to you guys I'm coming with the story, don't think I just wanted to come and read the story. I wanted to give you guys everything about the story. So just imagine that you and your loved one is in the house and you're like, hey, babe. Hey, hubby. Hey, sweet pea. Hey, sweetheart. We're drunk as big adults. Let's go and play hide and seek. Now, remember hide and seek from your young until yay, high until yay, that you're young adult until big adult until your grandma. And the list go on, guys. Remember when it comes to hide and seek, most of my time growing up playing hide and seek, there was no rule that you could even hide outside. There was no rule that you could hide underneath the stairs. You hide anywhere until the person who's seeking you find you. If they don't find you, then you're like, here I am. Did you give up? Here I am. And you come out from your hiding spot. I never know in ancient days that somebody will go and hide in a suitcase. Zipped up in the suitcase and then begging this lady to let him out of the suitcase. And she's there saying, well, that's what you get for cheating on me. Well, that's what you get for doing this for me. Well, this is what you get. Then she went upstairs and fell asleep and left that man in the suitcase. The man ended up suffocates in the suitcase. So they charge her for murder. Oh no. Anyways, let's get down in some more stuff about this case as well. Okay? After he dies in the suitcase, guys, this is the 911 call when her boyfriend and her ex told her to call the ambulance or call the police. Okay? So let's get to the 911 call. Listen.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
4748 France Court, apartment 3.
4748, what's the street name?
France, FRANTZ.
And the apartment number?
3.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
You're there.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
And she hanged up. Again, the 911 call. This lady's a joke.
Fire risk. What's the location, Mercy?
That's 32.
No, please don't leave.
4748 France Lane, apartment 3,
France Court.
France Court.
Yes.
Okay, is this near Mackenzie Drive?
I don't know where that is.
You're there.
Okay, fine, okay.
It's Tealwood Park Apartments.
Okay, 4748 France, correct?
Correct.
All right, correct. Now tell me exactly what happened there.
Listen.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a...
Remember, you know, you hear what she's telling the 911 call? She and her boyfriend was playing. Two big, dusty, rusty people drinking, playing. Where did the boyfriend go and hide? In the suitcase right here looking at you. Listen to the 911 call, how piteous, how hideous that they are. That your boyfriend is in the suitcase and you never let him out. Listen to how hideous and pitiful she is. Let's continue.
case and we were playing, and
Okay.
like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep, and I woke up, and he was dead in the suitcase. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Right, okay, what's your apartment number?
3.
I don't know.
Apartment 3?
Yes, like he has like blood coming out of his mouth, and I don't know if like he had like an aneurysm or what happened.
Right, okay, all right, okay. Listen, we're getting help out there to you. All right, okay. Okay,
Now?
okay, yeah, man, listen, we're on our way out there. You're at 407-716-8684. Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
So did you listen to the recording prior? Remember, she was saying, Sarah, let me out. I can't breathe. Please let me out. I can't breathe. And she was shouting, because you cheated on me. Because you did this on me. Remember, not only that, I didn't mention she had all a baseball bat to his head in the suitcase. Then after that, she left that man in the suitcase and went to bed. Imagine you're drunk. Somebody zip you up into that blue suitcase and then you suffocate in the suitcase. There's no way for you to move. How the hell did he zip up in that? Seems like the man was almost like a toothpick or a pencil, no shade. How did you zip up in a suitcase like that? All my life been on earth, you guys. I never heard that somebody go and hide in suitcase. I always tell my children, see, when it comes to dryer, washer, and all of these things where you can't help yourself out of, never you go and climb in it. Stoves, all of those kind of things, in the fridge, in the freezer. Remember, we had a story with that girl in America where she ended up in the freezer. Dead like dog. So all my life playing hide and seek. I know I will go hide outside when you tell me to hide in the house. I know I will hide at some places. But never in my life played in hide and seek with my children, or they played, or when I was a child. I never hid in a suitcase. So she wanted to kill him. It's premeditated murder. Seriously. Let's continue with the 911 tape, please, and thanks.
Okay, 40, yeah, man, listen, we're on our way out there. You're at 407-716-8684. Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Okay, how old is the boyfriend, ma'am? 42-year-old male. All right. Okay, we're sending help out there. Sheriff's Officer way out there?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Listen to me. Okay. I just need to confirm this. All right. I understand. I just need to confirm this. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No, he's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
He's
All right.
purple, not
I need
breathing.
you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me. Okay.
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Jaja.
But nothing happened. He's purple.
Okay. Listen to me. There's a defibrillator available. I need you to get it for me. Okay.
What is
You
it?
have an AED available?
No.
All right. Are you right by him now?
I'm sorry?
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay. Lay him flat on his. Okay, ma'am, listen. So is he cold and stiff?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily cold, but he's stiff. And he's
Right.
purple.
Okay. All right. Listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows. Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Right. Okay. Listen. Okay, man. That's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him. Okay.
Why can't she not shut up and listen to the instruction of the CPR, of the 911? You know why? Because he's already dead. That lady beat him to pulp in that suitcase and went to bed and leave him in the suitcase. How long you think he could be zipped up in a suitcase without ear? How long? Unless you're a diver, where you can hold your breath for a very long time underwater, then you could hold that shit in a suitcase. Unless you're a swimmer. But how long can you hold your breath as a swimmer? How long? Especially in a suitcase. Remember, swimming more time, you get up, you come up for air, and you go back down. As a diver, hey, listen, it's the same shit now. So how long you think that someone could stay in a suitcase after the hide and seek overnight? How long? She know that man was dead, and she didn't care. Let's continue to listen to a little bit more of the 911, and we're just going to kiss her teeth, like literally. Next.
Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Baby, I'm telling you.
See?
Just look at him, you can tell.
Okay.
Please. Okay, he just gurgled.
Okay. Listen to me.
So he's not dead then if he's gurgling,
I
right?
want you to place
The
the heel of
gurgle
your
is
hand.
coming out. He needs breath.
Okay,
Hurry up.
Right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
We want to pump his chest to me hard and fast, going to this twice per second.
I'm doing it again.
She's not doing
Okay,
shit.
no, just keep on pumping. That's all you need to do for me. Keep on pumping his chest for me. I don't need you to stop and talk or anything. I just want you to count out loud for me, okay?
1, 2,
3
3,
compression, 4 compression, 5 compression, 6 compression, 7 compression, 8 compression, 9 compression, 10. Take a
11,
breather, blow.
12,
No,
13,
sir.
14.
What? When she gonna give him the chest a time for the chest for yeah, but
Keep on pumping his chest. That's all you need to do for me, okay?
I can't.
4748, Brent.
I can't. Anybody knows CPR? I can't. I can't phantom this, guys. This is more than sinister. I'm troubled. I'm lost. I'm disturbed. So they always say more time. Your enemy will be the one that you eat and drink with and sleep with. Do you hear how this woman is full of herself? You see how this woman is full of shit like lobster? So the man was in the suitcase, dead like dog. Almost, rather. Okay? Moving on. After that, guys, okay? After that, guys, 1 second. They put her on the stand. Okay? Listen to her evidence on the stand. Listen.
The defense would call Sarah Boone.
More than 4 years since her arrest and now represented by her ninth attorney, Sarah Boone took the stand in her...
How many attorney? 9th. How much attorney? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hmm? 9. 9. 9 attorney. That's why I keep on saying to you guys that the case been going on for a while. She had gone through 9 lawyers. Because everybody thought this woman is a freak show. Everybody think this woman should lick her chip now. Because how dare you? 9 attorney. 9. So you see how long this case been dragging on? With the suitcase murder? Let's continue and listen to her testimony. Understand. Okay?
Tuesday afternoon at the suitcase murder trial.
Did you believe that he could breathe in there?
Yes.
Did you ever believe he could die in there?
No. At all.
Were you trying to kill him?
Never.
Did you want to kill him?
I did not.
The medical examiner
That's the
testified
guy.
on
That's the
Monday that
victim.
Boone's boyfriend, George Torres Jr.
I told you, that's the victim, guys. That's the victim. And to me, he looked like he's on something, but his heart and soul is not here, so we can't even beat him. But somebody would say that he looks like a crackhead. Sorry, he's dead. He's no longer here to defend himself. But for you to curl up in a suitcase like that, and the only place you find yourself would be in that blue suitcase, something had to be wrong. Well, they claim that they were drinking. And they say when you're drunk, a drunken man tell no tale, same as a dead man. I thought. Seriously, let's continue.
Yes.
Did you ever believe he could die in there?
No. At all.
Were you trying to kill him?
Never.
Did you want to kill him?
I did not.
The medical examiner testified on Monday that Boone's boyfriend, George Torres Jr., died of suffocation from a lack of oxygen in the suitcase. After the couple had been drinking wine on February 23, 2020, Boone says she was ready for bed. When she came down the stairs at their Winter Park townhome to find Torres Jr., got into the suitcase during a game of hide and seek.
I zipped him up. We thought it was funny. And we're joking about how he was, I guess, small enough to fit inside of the suitcase.
Boone told the jury after seeing Torres Jr.'s hand sticking out of the suitcase, she thrust a baseball bat at him until his hand went back inside.
I told you.
I wanted to calm down.
Yes, I wanted him to stop.
I can't. So you're here? So now you heard about the baseball bat like I told you guys? So that woman beat that man. And that man was drunk. And left him and went upstairs in the zipped up suitcase. Look how small the man was. You had to be crazy for you to go and hide in a suitcase. I never know all my life that you go out of everything in the house. You go and hide in the suitcase and you make somebody zip you up in the suitcase. Which person on earth now could zip me up in a suitcase, handcuff me, do anything against my will when I can't free myself? Are you crazy? So if it's not slave play, these people out here are playing, they're playing hide me in the suitcase. We're lovers, we're drunk, we're playing hide and seek. There was nothing for them to play that night. There was nothing for them to play about that night. So here you guys go, people, once again, with the content that I claim and told you all that I'm going to come and deliver. And here it is. So I'm sure you guys got your mouth full. Kiss our teeth and pass. We don't need to hear anymore. I'm sure you guys understood and greatly understood the content, so to speak. Running on quick and fast. So remember I said to you guys, that's the perpetrator. That's where her boyfriend was hiding in the suitcase. He ended up dead. She ended up getting life in prison. Yes? Running on, running on. Let's talk about some more cases. Now, if you're on my contents, you will see this case that I spoke about the other day. Go look at the content, guys. Maybe I should go look at the content and show you guys that I did a content the other day okay, let's find the content. Maybe it would be more easier that way for me to find the content and basically show you guys the content, so to speak. Yes. Okay, so I did a content like that the other day. This is a judge. Read it. This is a judge. She finally got 6 years in jail, guys. Okay, so let me tell you the backstory. I don't want to drag out the story. If you're watching the content, then you will know we spoke about the story. But remember, I said to you guys in the past, if I come and speak about a story and I never got to the conclusion, when there is a conclusion, when there's a full stop period about the story and it ash out in court, I will come back and say, guys, remember, and this is the outcome. So right now we're at the outcome, the conclusion, the last, oh, because she's from Africa. So let's get into this one quick and fast. So in the past, like I said to you guys, I did a content. What was the story? This is a UN judge, United Nations judge. What was the story, people? She let somebody who's big in the government help her to bring an African girl in the UK and enslave her. Read for yourself. Abuse position of power to use a young woman as a slave. She never paid her. This woman was studying for a PhD in law at the University of Oxford in the UK. And she hired a lady from Uganda, a woman, carry her in the country, people, and never pay her a red cent. And they charge her for having a slave, a black woman, in England, when England haven't even paid their repatriation from the slave them that they bestow upon and beat and cheat out of their money. So you see, when a black person and black enslave someone, they lock them up, but yet still the queen and everybody else in that Buckingham Palace cannot bring back all the gold and the scepters and everything that they stole from many of the countries that they oppress and slave. Huh, guys? So that was the story. So right now she got 6 years. Imagine you're a judge. You're in the UK studying your good education, and you're so savage and barbaric that you end up going hire a slave. Remember, you're a judge, you're making money. You're getting some kind of money, right? Because when you're a judge, no matter if you leave the country or not, it's the same thing in my country. Legal aid get money from the government, and paralegal also get money from the government too while you pay them. So that's why it's good to be a lawyer at times, right? So I did this content and I did a content on this lady. She ended up enslaving. This is the content, guys. And I'm not lying to you guys. I want to show you guys for a second. This is the content way down in her content, way back. And that was what? 1 month ago. And this was the story, quick and fast. So let me recap on the story for a little bit so you guys could hear it, okay? Happy Tuesday. Just a second. To the judge who was in charge. 1 second.
For a law PhD at Oxford.
Listen.
And conspired with the Ugandan Deputy High Commissioner John Leonard Mugerwa to bring the woman to the UK.
So she conspired. Back up.
And conspiracy to intimidate a witness. The woman was genuinely shocked. She had committed a crime. Take a look at her arrest.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to now arrest you on suspicion of keeping somebody in slavery and servitude under the Modern Slavery Act. So you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned, something which later on in court. Anything you do say may be evidence. All right. Sorry?
I am a judge in my country. I even have immunity.
Judge.
I am not a criminal.
So when they locked her up in the UK, she shouted out, I am a judge officer. I have and she carry on. You think your judge title in the UK means anything? You think it's right to get somebody from Uganda in these day and age in 2025 to enslave her and didn't know your ass would have been in trouble? So like I said, people, when I come with a story, please listen. Please remember, say over here is content. Yes, we run around with 1 and 2 mix up, but not all the time. So when I come with a story, pay attention to the content, because the conclusion will be coming sooner or later. And if you don't pay attention to the content, then you won't even understand when I come with the conclusion that this lady basically got 6 years and 4 months in jail for domestic slave. Look at her face. Look at the wicked, as my hubby would say. Bobby don't say wicked, you know, and say, look at the wicked, if that's a word now. Look at this demon. So we had to come and hear that. So I dropped the story 2 months ago, and now is the conclusion. She got 6 years in jail in the UK. Her judge education gone down the drain. Her PhD that she was studying for gone down the drain, because if you're studying for a PhD and all of them things and have a criminal record, who's going to hire you? Where you going to go? And if you're a criminal, where are you going to sit on the judge? Where are you going to sit on the bench? Who's going to listen to you? You're a criminal. Oh, my sister, my brother. Seriously. Could you imagine? So the black woman made her whole career just gone down the drain for free labor. The black woman make her whole lifespan gone down the drain because of free labor. I don't want to pay her. Oh, she's a slave. Come and do this for me. You do that and do this and do that and do this and do that. Go sit there. Give me this. Not only that, people, they held on to her documents. Go and look for the content on my page and go and watch the content. Or if you don't care to go on my page and watch the content, then take up your phone, look up the story, read. It's good to read. They say when you want to hide stuff from the black folks, put it in writing. A lot of us don't like to read. A lot of us don't like to do our own research. A lot of us like to hear, so them say, she said, them say, she said, them say, she said, them say, and we believe it and we go. We can't live life like that. We have to do our own research. So kiss our teeth and pass. Next, on the next content or the next topic. Now, people, let's get into some more stuff. Yes? Remember the other day I told you guys that Weinstein is in court. Well, Harvey Weinstein accuser Miriam Haley stormed out of court after cursing the mogul's lawyer on the stand. So they put the victim on the stand and she couldn't take out the lawyer, hammer her. So she said, F you, F-bomb, F you, F you, F you. All the F's and storm out of court. What says you folk? So she stormed out of court and cuss off the lawyer. Can she sit? Or she curse off the lawyer. Can she sit to do her testimony? Can she sit to give account of what happened to her? I am not sure. I'll come back in a couple of days to tell you what occurred in court. Remember how everyone seen is a predator, you know. Remember this man uses big self, rich self, and do all kind of things to women. And the only person that we see more time in the news is R. Kelly. The more time, the only person that we hear in the news is Shannon. Remember Weinstein, dirty Weinstein, was out here doing all kind of things. And when it was time to go to court, man had a walker. When it's time to get locked up somewhere, please let me go to the hospital instead. I can't stay in jail. Are you serious? So when you're privileged, you're privileged. Seriously. Kiss me teeth and pass. So remember, I came and spoke about Dufresne, Virginia. Remember I said to you guys that she passed away. Before she passed away a couple of days ago, this is how she came out. Remember I said she got into a car accident and she posted this on Instagram on one of her pages and said that she had a couple of days to die or a couple of days to live. Well, she ended up committing suicide like we spoke about a couple of days ago. And when I listen to the whole content, people, I get to understand that her dad did meet Epstein. Her dad knew about Epstein, met Epstein, and thought that there was nothing of that sort of meeting Epstein. The dad says, I'm going to come back another time when I'm doing the next content. The dad said, my daughter couldn't work for him unless I met him. Where was this girl working? At Donald Trump golf course. That's how she met Epstein, eh? So our you guys president that caught up with Epstein end up being a president. Or you guys president who get caught up with a sex offender end up being the president. Go look up the story and look how sinister this story was and the story is. Her dad knew the man. It was okay for her to travel all over with Epstein by the okay of her father. I swear to you, I ain't lying. I'm going to come back with another content the next day and I'm going to spill the beans and let the cat out of the bag and kiss my teeth literally and pass. Okay? Let's move on quick and fast. Okay. So, like how we were talking about Epstein. See it here? Miriam Haley, the same one that came off of the stand. 1 second, let's go back. 1 second, let's go back. 1 second. Her, she testified. She's the one who stormed out when this conversation came up. Let's find it quick and fast. Right here. So what did I say? About alleged sexual assault and think about what's happening. So Miriam Haley, the first of Weinstein accuser, testifies, says Weinstein forced oral sex on her. And when the lawyer put it on her so much, she said, F you, and storm out of court. So I ain't lying. She was on the stand, and the man forced her to do unspeakable things. Oral, maybe lick out his butt. All these nastiness what you guys are practicing in the bedroom. All these things what the slave master used to do to our ancestors, these are the things now that we're comfortable to do and talk about. He loved me and he choked me and he wants me and this and that. These Sodom and Gomorrah lifestyle, what you guys are living. Not all of yous, but some of yous. Seriously. Okay? So this man is a predator from day one. Kiss my teeth and pass. Now let's get into some other things. Okay? Like I said, this was the lawyer that withdrew from the case. Is so much of that lady that we spoke about the other day. Okay, so much lawyer withdraw, and this was the last lawyer, and I don't know how the lawyer phantom, I don't know how the lawyer muster his fear and say I'm gonna take the case, because it was the 9th lawyer, this poor old man, and he took the case and they still found her guilty because we know she basically beat that man in that suitcase, zip up that man, never cared. And when the 911 call, 911 operator told her to do CPR, that girl weren't doing shit. So we know that she was guilty of charge. So I had to come and highlight that. Depends on the way how it's programmed in my phone. Kiss me teeth and pass. Okay? Let's get into some other things. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? Now, let's go into this one. So remember this judge that saw that ICE was outside and decided, say, hey, I'm gonna help this illegal. She opened the side door, the back door, and let out the man. Now, guess what? She's excused from her job. See it there? The judge that let these federal authorities let the detainee man run away from deportation. See it there? They relieve her from her duty. They relieve her from her duty of the power of Donald Trump. She's relieved from the court. She can't practice law. She cannot be a judge no more. So just imagine that you've been a judge all your life and you decide to say, okay, I'm tired of these illegal stories. I'm so tired of these people just come and lock up these people for no reason and lock up everybody. And then you open the side of your door to let out the immigrant or the illegal. And then now you end up ease off the bench. You lost your career of helping. So was it worth it for her to help that man who was going to be detained by ICE? Was it worth it? I am not sure. Will you put your job on the line in hard times like this? No, to help someone? I am not sure, people. Leave it in the comment section. I don't know. I just know that she tried to help the guy. Read up on the story. It's good to read. And they relieve her of her duty. Look up that story quick and fast. Okay? Wrapping up and getting on into some more of these things. Yes? All right. Let's talk about some other things, yes? All right. Now, the other day, we talked about Deion Sanders' son. Remember? And remember we said that he got a prank call saying that he was going to be drafted. Remember? And me never know, so me could have get in on my feelings and give me a hit and run, tackle and run, fumble and run. Yo, so them say, Shensia Vajayjay salt, look a bit salt, because as soon as he ready to mix with Shensia, he almost fumble without getting draft. I am just a messenger, don't shoot the messenger. Seriously. Kiss me teeth and pass. So the other day, this boy, the coach son prank call him and say, hey, you're going to be drafted. When you heard it was a prank, and they say the reason why he hardly got drafted is because Shensia is salt, like sea salt at the seashore. Allegedly. So right now it seems like Shensia and the Sanders guy is an item. Shensia left rapper boy to NFL. Oh my. Okay? So you never see smoke without any fire. Them say Shensia, they look a bit too salt. Salter than the word salt. So that's why he never really almost didn't get a draft. He got draft way down in the waters, way down. We don't need to revamp that, do we? Go check on the content. It's there. The content that I dropped a couple days ago, that's when we talk about the prank and everything else. So we're just highlighting this because them claim, say, Shensia, Loco Lala, Loco Nana was too salt and the boy almost fumble and don't get draft. Moving on, kiss me teeth and pause. Seriously. All right. So now, because we know that this girl ended up killing herself, we know that mental illness is real. We know that when Duffrey ended up killing herself, we know that she got significant, lots of money. Her father, who came and admit that she was strange to him. After she was gone working for Epstein, she and her father and mother and family never see eye to eye. After basically the father basically sold that child basically to a predator. Because how do I come and give you my young daughter without even looking up on the internet for you? Remember, Epstein was already convicted of being for soliciting a minor for prostitution. The court basically called the 14-year-old a prostitute. Oh no. He didn't look it up. You went to his big mansion, you went to go and let off your daughter to this man. You never do your research and go look around to see who was Epstein, although he was a powerful man. But nevertheless, we're not going to drag it out. So she basically killed herself, guys, and we're revisiting this. Why? Because mental illness is real. People out here are killing themselves like nothing. As soon as them feel that their back is against the wall, they end up killing themselves. If you have suicidal thoughts, let's jump into this quick and fast. So if you have suicidal thoughts, people, don't play with it. Don't play with it. 111, please. If you have suicidal thoughts, please and thanks. Yes, this is suicidal thoughts. I believe this one is for the UK or the US, if I'm not mistaken. Then, also, make sure that you do the do and call these people if you're feeling suicidal. Suicide prevention people, 988 lifeline.org. Please, 1-800-985-5990. Text talk with us if you're suicidal, please and thanks. People, I know when your back is against the wall, you feel like the whole world is crashing down. You have no one to speak to. We know when it comes in the Black community, we hardly speak about mental illness and suicidal. We know, and suicide. We know at times, more time when you go and tell someone in the Black community something, they can't wait to bring you down and come and tell you how many trespasses you came and told them. We know nowadays days we cannot keep our brothers and sisters secret. We know nowadays days we don't have a shoulder to cry on. But please, remember all the goodness in your heart before you take your life. Yes? And I just had to come and shout out that. All right, people? Simple as that, right? So remember the judge like I just showed you? This is it right here. So the judge accused of obstructing federal authorities were seeking to detain undocumented immigrant. Right now, she was temporarily relieved of her duties on Tuesday. So I had to come and shout out that as well while I'm talking about the suicidal situation. Depends on how I program it in my phone. Okay? Moving right on, and this was her. And like I said, she was relieved from her duty. Okay? Let's get into some other things. All right? Let's get into some other things. Now, remember the other day we were talking about hockey, and I said to you guys, hockey has trouble, hockey has problems. There are more than one allegation when it comes to hockey. Let's get into this one. No criminal charge will be brought against professional ice hockey player arrested and suspicious of manslaughter following the death of Adam Johnson. Okay, remember the Panthers player 29 died after suffering a neck injury from a skate during a collision with Sheffield Steelers. So basically, they did charge him because they said that maybe he hit him too hard and he basically hurt him. So they charge him for manslaughter. But no, in the case right now, nothing gonna come out of it. The hockey player is dead. This guy ain't getting any charge and all of that sort. So I had to come out and shout out that if you believe in sports, since we talk about football, it's best that we talk about this one as well. Okay, moving on, moving right on. What else I gotta tell you guys? Yes, so like I said, in this story here, 1 second. So right here, there's a 200 lead signs to pay 202 million in settlement over HIV drug setback. So you know nowadays days, like they said, in the Black community is full of HIV and full of AIDS, and we don't come and talk about it. Everybody I talk about how nice their pum pum is, how clean their pum pum is, how big their penis is, but we never heard anybody talk about safe sex. Wrap it up, please, and thanks. Although condom is not 100% safe, we never heard nobody shout out that. So because of the HIV drug that was backlogged, and people were dying, there came a lawsuit quick and fast. Yes, and there was a settlement that came out that they have to pay out this because of the backlog settlement, and here it is. See it here. So they had to pay out this. Read New York, April 29th, right, agreed to pay 202 million to settle a whistleblower lawsuit accusing the drug maker of civil fraud for paying kickbacks to doctors who agreed to prescribe its HIV drugs. All right. So they were false claims. When they realized that the claims weren't coming in fast enough, them decided to hold back some of the drugs and all of these things when it came to HIV. So if you never know anything about the Medicaid fraud and the Medicare fraud and all of these things, when you hear Donald Trump come talk about no more Medicaid, no more this and that, sometimes you can't blame it. It's because some of these big mogul took advantage with all of these fraud, all of these prescription, all of these nonsense that they were doing, all of these kind of fraud they were doing. So there was a whistleblower, and now they have to cough up all of this money to pay out. So we're just gonna literally kiss our teeth and pass. Yes, moving on. Really moving on, moving on, moving on. Now, Kanye West can never catch a break. Oh no. Yeah, it says 3 million dispute with producers could lead to Donda 2 streaming removal. Oh no. Kanye West could never get a break. 1 second. 1 second. Now, Free Maiden tried to charge me $3 million for these beats from people I show how to make beats. To now he's going to take down Donna Touye, wrote to ex-managers. So there's a big lawsuit right now, guys, and we're hoping to see what's going to transpire in the 3 million dispute. Kanye West cannot get a break. He claims that he sacrificed his mom. He said having children with the world porn was a mistake. They said that Ye is crazy. Ye come and talk about all kind of things, but yet still Ye lose all kind of deals and all of these things. They say when it comes to a black man, it takes ages and years to take down someone. But when it comes to a black man, you could take them down in 1 weekend and 2 weekends, but just the slip of the tongue. What was the story? He spoke about Jew, how Jew hold the hip-hop industry, how the Jews making all of this kind of money. And when you talk about Jew, they say racist backlash. Take away all the deals. Go away, yay. Could you imagine? Black man just falter just like that. A man who can design all kind of ugly shoes that look like spaceship, all these kind of things now. And the man just falter just like that. Tear down just like that. Or a black man, them are falling like flies just like that. Could you imagine? Kiss our teeth literally and pass. What else we want to talk about now? What else should I come and talk about? What else should we come and talk about? I think that's it, folks. Let's talk about some other things, quick and fast. Now, we get to understand. 1 second. So, like I said, this was the draft of the NFL football player. I spoke about that already. And like I said, he was picked, but he wasn't picked for the good one that he wanted to really get picked. And he got a prank and yada, yada, yada. And I don't need to drag out nothing of that sort, right? I want to say, before we get into some other thing, let's take a break and do some big up. Yes. So I say big up to all the great minds and great ones that come around. And I want to big up the ones them that watch the content, listen to the content, and say, yeah, man, these content are on point. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching early Saturday morning. Yes? Moving right on. Some other stuff, okay? I also want to say a big thank you for whoever that come and watch the content. Sometime you guys see me, sometime I'm not around. I drop 1 and 2 shorts. You guys just hold tight. Have some patience. Pack some patience. I know that I'm coming. A big thank you. I really appreciate you. Yes? All right. Moving on. I want to say a big respect for those who know it's me, remember me, know I'm on the scene again, and come and watch the content without any bad mind, without any negativity. Just come and watch the content and kiss in the teeth and pass. I really respect you. Big up on a nice clean self. Big respect, so to speak. Let's go back into some more other things, and I'm going to wrap up the live, jump off of this live like hopscotch. So, our next content that we're going to come and speak about, guys. Let me see if I could find it. Let me see if I have it here. So we're going to come and talk about another content another day. Yes? I guess I didn't screenshot that part, so I'll leave that part until another day. But I'll be coming to speak about our next content some other time. Actually, no. Let's talk about this one. We forgot about this one. Los Angeles approved $4 billion payout to settle thousands of sexual abuse claims. Oh, no. So remember all the backlog from all of the sexual abuse case? Remember all the case them that a lot of people launch and feel like the police them don't care? Well, see it here. Los Angeles approved $4 million payout to settle thousands of sexual abuse people. Look at how many claim? 7,000 claim. Where was the claim? Sexual abuse in juvenile facilities since 1959. So people, from 1959, these people been crying, abuse, they abuse me. This big, dirty, thirsty old man. Abuse me, and nobody care. Till in 2025, the $4 billion settlement. So half of those people from 1959, I'm sure they're dead by now. So who's going to get the settlement? It's almost a deja vu of the native Indian. Half of them are all killed down and now they come with a settlement. Who's going to get all of that money when half of them are dead? These are the things that I'm talking about. So there's lots of things that been happening in this news. Lots of things been happening in this world, but nobody don't highlight it. But who are they highlighting? Shannon. Look at this. You know much people got abused in this kind of case, and nobody cared until now. There's a settlement. Kiss me teeth and pass. Let's move on. Let's go all the way back to our content, okay? All the way back. Now we get to understand, 1 second. We get to understand that John Mason's son passed away. While you guys are on the live, doing live, una give away on a life. While people shout out roses and tat, una out here get gunshot. Either man is the devil's playground. TikTok was not made for this kind of violence. TikTok was made for little dance move for children to be on the app. Seems like the Caribbean people, them take over the app and I do murder on the app. With that said, John Mason is a big farmer. With that said, John Mason is a big farmer. So if my dad is a big farmer, what am I doing in Kingston? Standing up a shout, bad you bad, my side. Why? When I could go help my dad on the farm? When me can go tilt the soil? When me can go pick the biggest watermelon and sell them? When I could be out here selling food and tilt the soil? Look at the little boy's dad. That's John Mason. The amount of land that man have and the amount of food and vegetables and fruits that this man have. Son shouldn't dead like that, like dog. Either man is a devil playground. In the black community, I realize that lots of these kids don't want to take up the generational wealth of their fathers. But if you come up here on the farms that I go, who you think out here selling? Grandma, grandkids, kids, and then the farm pass on. That's where you get generational wealth. But our black kids nowadays days don't want to take on the trade, don't want to take on what their father and mother is doing to uphold the generational wealth or to uphold the business. But the Chinese children do it, the white culture do it, and many other cultures do it and secure the generational wealth. While the black folks have their father doing farming and they claim they don't want to get their hand dirty. They have their grandfather doing farming. They don't want to go and dig yam. But they want to be out here and eat yam. I forgot most of you guys nowadays they don't want to eat those things. They don't want KFC and McDonald's and all of those things that are not good for you. So while Jamaican is out here tilting the soil, looking at his good watermelon, the son is on TikTok begging for tops and roses. Make that make sense for me? No shade. I am just asking and saying, can your dad have so much land? So much fruits and vegetables. Are you there begging? More time, they always say more time when you beg and you're not in need, Almighty God will take away your blessing. When you have and you're out here pretending that you don't have, Almighty God will shorten your blessing. So to you youths out here, utilize you guys' time wisely. TikTok is a killing ground and the devil playground. I don't have a TikTok and I will never build a TikTok page because I don't want nobody's money and I'm not giving no one my money. Most of those money on TikTok are not good money anyway. That's why things over there happen that way, because those money are not good money. And every money are good money. And I have my foot and hands, so there's no need for me to come on the internet and beg. And that's why a lot of times our blessings are gone, because we're out here begging and we're able. We're out here begging and we're not in need. So it's troubling and disturbing to know, so that little boy get pick off of the TikTok live, and daddy like this, him daddy have a big farm like this. Most of you young youth don't want to go tilt soil. You guys don't want to plant yam. You guys don't want to go reap. You guys don't want to do nothing. Just come out and talk. Bad your bad. Suck your mother. Rifle. Shoot up. Guns out. And that's all you guys are on. For the young youth them nowadays days. So just always remember, idle mind is the devil playground. Find something constructive to do. Simple as that, guys. Wrapping up this live. Yeah? Really wrapping up this live, guys. So, guys, our case that we were talking about and the whole content that we were really speaking about is this lady that end up suffocate her boyfriend in the suitcase. Yes? We also reminded you guys about this case, about this judge that brought a slave to the UK, enslaved her, and got 6 years in jail. Okay? We also came out and spoke about this victim in the Weinstein case, storm out and curse off the lawyer because she had to reach track of what happened to her in the deeply and the sad years of Epstein. Of Weinstein and Epstein, and the whole of them. We're gonna put them in one. Kiss my teeth and pass. We also talk about Virginia Giuffre, where we find out and get to understand her father gave Epstein permission to go and take his daughter. To be honest, and I'll come back another day with that part, that content, to play that part, to make you guys know that I'm not lying and telling lies on the father. Not only that, this girl was estranged to her father. After the father said, go to Epstein, I know him now, go on. Knowing that this little girl was trafficked all the way in many places. So we also spoke about that. Yes? We also spoke about them claim that Shensia underneath probably salt like salt, because not only that Deion Sanders' son got a prank call, but he got draft all the way down, and almost fumbled the ball because Shensia out here sing, we're gonna hit and run. So let's see if she's gonna give this one a fumble and run. Kiss me teeth and pass, literally. We also talk about suicide and prevention. Please use the numbers. Don't be afraid. Just don't kill yourself like that. Seek help, please and thanks. I will come and shout out all of that in case you feel suicidal. Mental illness is real, so don't play with it. Don't play with it. Seek help, and seek help with good things after. We'll also talk about the judge that lost her job because she helped out a migrant that the ICE was right there to come and capture him, and she let him out of the side door or the back door, and they come and say, now judge, get off the stand, get off the bench, you're no longer practicing because you out here helping deportees. So she lost her good judge job. Oh my, ouch. Okay, so we talk about all of that, this and that, all of that. We also talk about the hockey player, this guy here, that there will be no charges for the death of Adam because this guy beat him real bad when they were in some kind of game. And remember the other day I came and said to you guys, hockey is the most violent game ever, but nobody not talking about it. So now, no charges. He was charged for manslaughter. No, no charges. Free at last, free at last. Kiss me teeth and pass. We also talk about the HIV 202 million payout because of this whole situation with the drug maker and the civil fraud and the kickbacks and all of these things happening with Medicare and Medicaid and the other programs. So we had to shout out that, so to speak. We also spoke about that, like I said. And then we also came and spoke about the Los Angeles approved 4 million payout to settle thousands of sexual abuse claim from 1959, 7,000 claims. So we came and blew the whistle upon that do. And we came and shout out that, so to speak. We also talk about Dirty Weinstein. We talk about him, what's happening in court, and all of that with all of that. Okay? We also talk about Kanye West. Can't get a break, just can't get a break. Can't get a break, oh no break. With the 3 million dispute with the producers. So we talk about all of that. Rumbling on. Happy Saturday. Wrapping up this nice clean live. How about you? We talk about our big ups. We talk about our respect. The only thing we never shout out was happy birthday to you. Big up your nice, clean self. If you're enjoying your birthday, don't overdo it because you want to live to see another year. And you want to live to go around the moon one more year. So big up your nice, clean self and your earth strong. Not only that, guys, we're rambling on, we're running on, and we are going to shout out, yo, to the people in my life who make me smile, love me, support me, and bring me joy. I really appreciate and thank you. And for those who always come watch the content, I say thank you very much. Your host of the most. Okay? And at the end of the day, guys, your host of the most. All right? Thank you for watching. Okay? And all of them good things when it comes to the content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Okay, people? Don't forget to like and share and comment. All right? And like I said, I'm jumping off of this live. I really appreciate you coming to watch. And like I said, your host of the most. Thank you for watching. Okay? Your host of the most. All right? Peace and love.